SBTV.
Wednesday, wild card.
What up, it's Miley, and we are ready for my FAQ, fans asking questions.
Red cousins, sweaty bodies everywhere. Hands in the air like we don't care. Cause we came to have so much fun now. That somebody here might get some now.
Why did you cut your hair off?
I cut my hair mostly just because I was never in a kind of position where I was allowed to change it up. I was always in contracts where I had to look a certain way. So finally when I had that freedom, I did the extreme opposite.
Where do you prefer to party, the USA or the UK?
I'm kind of torn because I've got some hot spots where in LA it's kind of like my place where I go all the time. So you go there, everything's always hooked up, everything's always fun. But I like partying in the UK because y'all stay up way later. Clubs close way too early in LA. People know what's up in the UK.
We Can't Stop is a very urban pop song. Is that the feel for the rest of the album?
We Can't Stop I wanted to put on my record and have it be my first single because I think it's kind of, my record is kind of hard to define and put it all into one song, but I feel like that was kind of the way I could kind of sum up my record.
What will you do when you reach 13 million followers on Twitter?
When I reach 13 million followers on Twitter, I'm going to release the album title of my next record. So we're getting closer and closer. I'm using that as bait.
Tell us about your new album.
I have so many secrets about my new record. I want to reveal them all, but my lips are sealed until I get to 13 million. So I have some crazy collaborations that I'm really excited about. I've gotten to have Future and Big Sean and so many crazy people on this record, but I want to tell all the real good ones soon. I've only been able to I've given off a little bits at a time. I was kind of trying to keep them all secretive. I'm letting them kind of out every now and then. So once I get to 13 million, I want to make bigger announcements about who's on my record.
What does your grandma think of your outfits?
My grandma doesn't see most of my outfits. My mammy only sees what I kind of let her see. She doesn't really watch TV that much, so she never really knows. I have played her about half of my record. I've played her the edits of a few songs on my record, but mammy doesn't get to see all my outfits. She definitely doesn't get a tour with me anymore.
What is twerking?
I don't know really how to define. You're either gonna have to go on Urban Dictionary or you're just gonna have to go on a YouTube quest and just type it on in. I'll probably be the first thing that comes up.
Is Hannah Montana gone forever?
Gone forever. I'm sorry, folks.
To my own girls here with the big butt, shaking it like we on a strip club.
Do you consider yourself a role model?
I do, and then again, I think you can't put too much pressure on yourself. You just gotta be a good person, and I think that's what being a role model is being gracious and being a good person rather than what people think it is, because you can be modest and you can be not a good person and people somehow think that is being a role model, but it's kind of the opposite. I'd much rather someone be a nice person and care about people and other humans rather than be so self-absorbed that they're only really nice so they have a good reputation.
What's the best thing to say to haters?
I would say the best thing to say is keep hating because it's motivation. It's always been something that's really motivated me. There's nothing that makes someone want to work hard than someone telling you that you can't do something.
Remember, only God could judge ya. Forget the haters, cause somebody loves ya.
The new track Drive has a bit of dubstep feel to it. Are you a fan of dubstep?
It's funny, everywhere I go in the world and I play my music, they always think of it differently. And here in the UK, I've heard a lot of people consider Drive kind of dubstep. I never really thought that when I was making it. I was just it was more of an urban record and kind of this hard beat. But when I came here, everyone's been thinking it was dubstep. So it wasn't really inspired by that. I do like it, but it wasn't really inspired for that on my record. I just have one track called FU on my record that has a little bit of a dubstep vibe to it.
Who from the UK would you like to jump on a track with?
I was able to work with Jessie J. She actually wrote Party in the USA for me. Cha-ching on her part, Jessie J. You making that real money. So I would like to collaborate with her on something where we actually got to work together rather than just have her as a writer.
And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to play my song. The butterflies fly away. I'm nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah.
What does your new album say about who you are?
I think my new record is more than anything, it's just like about a sound of kind of, I feel like this like new generation, this new era of what music is, and I think it's just celebrating that and people being able to be free and kind of not being stuck in such a box of pop. But I think pop is expanding of what can be put on the radio and what's considered like, you know, pop music.
House, we can love who we want to. It's our song, we can sing if we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to.
Thank you so much to all my fans for asking all these questions. Make sure you check out my new single, We Can't Stop. My record's coming soon, so thank you guys for all your great questions about all my music.
Subscribe to SBTV to keep updated on the latest releases and check out more of our videos below.